Okay, so I'm just about to take some Adrafinil. I'm very excited. I've been sampling various nootropics over the past few days, and my favorites thus far are phenylpiracetam and oxiracetam. Very excited to take Adrafinil because modafinil is obviously very famous. I'm also a little bit more concerned because the racetams are very, very safe and they have great effect on me so far, and I like the idea of nootropics being healthful. Health is always first for me. But I think this might be a very useful tool for when I'm making films for film festivals where you can't sleep or events such as that. So I'm keen to sample it, and I'll probably use this occasionally as needed for those kinds of situations. So excited to try it. There it goes, Adrafinil. My first experience with Adrafinil. Also, I should say I've never taken modafinil either. And this is apparently a pro-drug of modafinil. It turns into modafinil in the body. It has to be metabolized and it takes longer to work, supposedly, but let's see how it goes. Bottoms up. Okay, so I'll check back with you in a couple hours and let you know how I feel. Okay, so it's been an hour since I took the Adrafinil, and I wasn't expecting to feel anything so soon. Knowing that it has to be metabolized into modafinil, I was expecting it to take much longer. But I definitely already feel something. I feel more awake, I feel more energy. The effects aren't very strong yet, so I'm expecting them to increase in strength. But I already feel something, which is quite surprising to me. Definite increase in wakefulness, definite increase in energy, concentration, motivation. So far, so good. Okay, so it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes since I took the Adrafinil, and I feel very, very awake, very present, very mindful, almost like I'm in a meditative state. However, I want to speak about a few different things. I've been trying to see how the Adrafinil affects Chinese learning, and I found that when I'm writing the Chinese characters, I feel so mindful, so meditative, that it's almost hard for me to assimilate the characters. I find that I can assimilate the characters better with things like oxiracetam or siltam. But when it comes to being creative, directing a film, or being in the moment and dealing with situations, I find that this state that I'm in now is probably going to be very good. So I find, obviously I need to try it a bit more to get a better sense, but for directing a film, for dealing with issues in the moment, I think this could be a very useful tool. So I'll do another follow-up in an hour from now, see how it goes. Okay, this is 2.5 hours in, and I found something very interesting. I found that mindfulness that I spoke of earlier was led to it being distracting for me to assimilate the Chinese characters that I was writing. But when I downed a black cup of coffee, I was able to get back to that state of focus. So I had the mindfulness, but I was also able to focus into the words I was writing and properly assimilate them. So it feels as though the coffee, the black coffee, the caffeine had a very interesting synergy with the Adrafinil. Little note. Okay, so it's been 7 hours since I took the Adrafinil, and I can still feel the effects. It's very long acting. It seems to act for a very long time, which is great. The effects have been really good. I've been clear, awake, focused, present the whole day. I found that coffee helps me to hone my focus very well. I did feel some occasional, mild, sporadic, intermittent anxiety. It didn't last long. It was just for a second and then it'll go. I did feel kind of like some overexcitement for very short periods, for no longer than a minute here and a minute there. Overall, the effect has been positive. It's quite strong, and as such, this would be something I would use very, very occasionally. I think it's on the precipice of not really being a nootropic as much as a smart drug, but a very, very good tool to have in the toolbox for those occasions that you need it. Overall, my experience was very, very positive, and the particular Adrafinil that I took is by Upgrade itself, a South African company, and the quality of the product is very, very good, a very, very good company that I can highly recommend. So yes, that's pretty much the end of my review of Adrafinil. Good experience, good product, but something to be used very cautiously, very carefully, and I hope this was useful. Thank you for watching.